Leeds United, who this week, of course, sacked manager Simon Grayson after Tuesday night's heavy defeat to Birmingham. Grayson had been in charge at Ellen Road for 3 years, so Neil Redfern took up the reins for the trip to Bristol City.
No one could accuse Leeds caretaker manager of lacking experience. As a player, Neil Redfern racked up almost 800 league appearances. But in difficult conditions at Ashton Gate, Bristol City's bright start was going to test his managerial mettle. Albert Adoma sending Andy Lonergan full length before another blistering break from the home side had the Yorkshire club frantically backpedalling. Once again, Adoma found Lonergan too acrobatic to beat. So far, a familiar story for Leeds, who'd managed just 2 points on the road since November. But 5 minutes before their first half-time team talk from Redfern, they split City open superbly. A flowing move left Rob Snodgrass in the clear. United in front and looking comfortable by half-time as the home side's afternoon took another turn for the worse. In referee James Linnington's eyes, McCormack must have been on his way to double the lead when James Wilson took drastic action. After having some time to think, the official opted for the harshest penalty possible. City shrugged off the setback to almost level the scores immediately. Neil Kilkenny agonisingly close to pegging back his former club just before the teams went to the dressing rooms. The midfielder wouldn't get another chance, taken off at half-time as Derek McInnes reshuffled his 10 men, who were relieved to see the linesman's flag after the break when McCormack thought he'd stretch Leeds' advantage. Alarm bells sounding and tempers fraying in that City defence, and they'd soon be facing even more of an uphill task. With over half an hour still to play, Yannick Bolasie tangled with Adam Smith. Already booked, he was off to join Wilson in the stands. Against 9 men, Leeds were set fair for their first win in 5 on the road. McCormack having the time and space to set himself up for his 15th of the season. To their credit, the home side kept battling. Leon Fontaine close to providing an unlikely lifeline. But Leeds maintained the pattern set as they saw off Ipswich a fortnight ago. Luciano Becchio rounded off their victory to make it the same scorers in the same order, albeit for a different boss who'd like to keep the job. Redfern off the mark with a win, while McInnes could only rue the red cards, the second especially.
If anything, it's a coming together right in front of the linesman. There's absolutely no malice in the challenge, and no pull in the jersey, nothing. And I think that was very tough on Yannick. And ultimately, once we got to 9 men, the game's effectively gone for us, you know. So I think a bit naive with 1 or 2 things today as a team, and but I think the referee got the first one right, the second one wrong.
Well, it's a shame we didn't hear from the Leeds camp, but they refused to talk to us. Let's look back at Simon Grayson's time at Ellen Road, Leroy. So they reached the playoffs in his first season in League One, got promotion in the second season, finished last season 7th, just 3 points short of the playoffs, and then he gets the boot. What do you think?
I'm extremely disappointed, and I was shocked. He's done an absolutely amazing job. Look at the players he's lost in that period: Beckford, Schmeichel, Howson, Max Gradle. You know, there's numerous players. And I think he's suffered because of the likes of Norwich and Southampton and maybe, you know, challenging right at the top. But that's not something that can happen at every football club. And what he's had to put up with at that football club and deal with, I thought he'd done an exceptional job. He left them just a few points outside the playoffs. So I don't know what more they wanted. But
good win on Saturday, nonetheless.
It was a good win, and you know, you always get a reaction from the players, a good one. Maybe the players feel that, you know, it was unjust and then wanted to go out and prove, because it is his team. I know Neil Redfern want to do well, but you know, Snodgrass was a good player, good finish, and you know, they were up against it up until that minute, but they just got their noses in front of them then, and it was comfortable for them.
Certainly was. Now, our last game from the Championship